Good morning. I don't know about you, but it feels like for the last 3 weeks we have been reading the same gospel. This is the third Sunday in a row that we have been reading from chapter 6 of the Gospel of John, in which Jesus describes himself in this beautiful discourse as the bread of life. Now, last week we said that God is like a grandmother who would never serve you a bad meal. When God serves a meal, it's always delicious. God nourishes us with goodness. In the world where not everything that we may consume is good for us, God always serves a good meal and nourishes us with goodness. Now today, the word, or rather the phrase that caught my attention in the gospel reading is, "I will raise him." Jesus said, "Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise him on the last day." So, Jesus, the bread of life, is the one who also raises us up. At the very heart of baptism that Violet is going to receive today is this idea of being raised up to new life in God. The last miracle in the Gospel of John, found in chapter 11, is what? The raising of Lazarus. Jesus famously speaks the words, "Come forth." And Lazarus comes out of the tomb in which he was for 3 days. Now in 2003, if you remember, Josh Groban performed a song that instantly became a hit all over the world and launched, in a way, his musical career. And the song was called "You Raise Me Up." You're right. It was originally written in 2001 by a Norwegian duo, Rolf Loveland and Brendan Graham. It had never become a hit in Norway, though. At least not until Josh Groban performed it. And the song is just beautiful. You can almost listen to it and pray with it. Both the lyrics and the melody. It kind of gives you goosebumps as you listen to it. In particular, the refrain, with its high notes that themselves seem to lift you up as they rise. And you know the refrain, "You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be." Now, "You raise me up" expresses gratitude and faith. It gives hope, strength, and comfort to someone who faces adversity. The song speaks of faith, hope, and love, and reminds us that we are never alone, and that there is always someone who can lift us up. In our gospel today, Jesus tells us, I am that someone. Jesus indeed can raise you up and raise me up in ways that we can't even imagine, to more than I can be, as the lyrics of the song tell us. Now, to many, the you in the song is Jesus or God. To others, a friend, or even a stranger. The meaning depends on the context in which you listen to the song. But I have no doubt that this song gave strength and hope to many people at the moment when they were down on the ground, unable to get up on their own. Now, in today's gospel, Jesus wants to raise us up, to take us to a new level, to lift us up. But that begs a question, doesn't it? Which part of my life, what part of me as a person do I want God to raise up? Now, maybe you want to be more patient and you need to be raised up. Maybe you want to be more generous with your time and you need to be raised up. Maybe you need to be more courageous or more forgiving. Really, it can be anything. The question today's gospel invites us to ask is this: when was the last time I asked God to raise me up? It all starts with asking, doesn't it? You got to ask. The Gospels are an invitation to ask as we read the stories found there. In the Gospels, so many people came to Jesus and they asked him to raise them up in some way. Sometimes we ask too much. Okay, that's true. Maybe sometimes we ask too much. But maybe sometimes not enough.
You raise me up so I can walk on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up. You raise me up so I can walk on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong, and I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Don't forget to follow St. Patrick's on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube. And please join us for any of our live stream masses this weekend. Details are below in the description. God bless you.
Like burning incense, oh Lord, let my prayer rise up to you. burning incense, O Lord, let my prayer rise up to you.